booties for black girl nerds.
Hi, how you doing, Chris?
There you go.
My name is Chalice. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Good. Who's talking? Okay, Chalice with Black Girl Nerds. Nice to meet you. So after writer's strike, obviously, and we've had COVID, what was it like being back in Hall H?
Awesome. Yeah, look, and I hadn't, even previous to COVID, I hadn't been here due to not having films here, you know, and so I love it, you know. I think it was Ragnarok, and then prior to that, all the Avengers films, and right back to Thor 1, kind of 12 years ago or something. And to come here and have, 7,000 people screaming and be as passionate as and excited about a film as they could be is kind of unlike any other experience. And I love it. As far as kind of, getting out there and promoting a film and showing people the creative experience, this is the best part.
I was actually at CinemaCon when they showed some of the first footage back in April, and it got rave reactions then, and now that people have actually screened it, it's getting like a ton of there's no spoilers, but they're just really loving the film.
Yeah.
Was there any, what was it like stepping into Peter Cullen's shoes? Did you get any advice from him, or did you want to do your own spin on it?
I didn't speak to Peter Cullen, but initially I got the phone call and I was a little nervous about trying to follow what he had done. It's so incredible. And then my kids said, you have to do it. And so I spoke to Josh Cooley, our director, and he said, look, we're not trying to mimic what Peter's done. This is the younger, cocky, brash kind of version of him. And there's a youthfulness to the character that needs to be very different to what Peter Cullen had done. And then as he becomes Optimus Prime for the film, we start to lean into that cadence and the vocal quality. But it was, we had an opportunity to do something very different, and that was what was appealing, and also to have an origin story, and to see these two characters as friends before they became mortal enemies was really fun.
Awesome. Well, last question. We're doing something fun here, and I'm wondering if you can look into the camera and give us your best Autobots rollout.
Autobots. I'm going to give you an Australian. Autobots roll out, mate.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Black Girl Nerds, how you doing today?
Black Girl Nerds, yes, let's do it.
Awesome.
What an honor.
How was Hall H? I know it's been since writer strike. I know it's been since COVID. How was it for you?
How was what now?
Hall H.
Oh, Hall H. Oh my God. There were 7,000 people out there. There were 7,000 people out there who really wanted to be there and be with us. Mm-hmm. It's really hard because I suffer from terrible anxiety. Like if I inhale, I sweat and I get really nervous. And I walked out there and was like, no, they're not. They're not. Are they screaming for us? That's cool. But I'm also, a nerd too. I also wanted to be on that side where they are. So to be on the stage watching them, engaging with us is, you can't put a price on that. It's just truly something really special. And we also know what we made. We put a lot of our heart into it, and we really wanted them to feel that. And it feels like that was received that way. And I had a ton of fun. I went out there, I laughed. And they're also quite rowdy. They would tell you how they feel, and I love it.
I've been in the line.
But that's who I do it for. You know what I mean? Everyone in that hall is who I do what I do for. There was a 7-year-old who stood up there and was like, "Lemon is one of my favorite characters," and I'm just like, "Where are the parental advisory limits in your house?" But also, and I know she meant it, and I don't know that you can't put a price on that. It truly was amazing. But also, Hall H has it's one of the best sound systems I've ever seen in my life, because I was sitting on stage and they were showing reels and I was like, oh my God, the sound of a transformer transforming is you feel it through your soul, and it was really cool to watch them experience it. We were experiencing it together, and that's what was important to me.
I'm glad that you mentioned the 7,000 people, because I have slept in that line to get in the hall.
No, you haven't, really?
I have a while ago. It's been a couple of years, but definitely have done that.
What's your go-to when you come here? Do you cosplay as well?
I do not, because it'd be hot. I sweat easily. You see me sweating right now. I'm sweating right now.
That's how you know you got real
I'm
fans. I was
right
for them to be out there this summer in particular, I was like, that is a love.
For sure.
And you cannot deny the love that these fans have for this convention. It is truly necessary. I hope it never goes away. I hope to be at several more, you know what I mean? It is truly an experience of a lifetime.
And speaking of fans, we're doing something fun here. You mind do me a favor, look into the camera and give us your best Autobots rollout. The best one. The best one.
The best one?
The best one.
Okay, it's got to be Chris and Keegan. Okay. Autobots, roll out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
How are you?
Chalice with Black Girl.
Chalice?
Chalice, that's
Nice
me.
to meet
That'd
you.
be me. Okay, so when I saw the cast, right, I
Yes.
saw Scarlett Johansson, I
Bam.
saw Chris Hemsworth,
Shablam.
right? But then I saw they put you in there, and
Yep.
I saw they took it to a whole nother
Level.
So talk to me about working with them and actually joining a massive franchise like this. I know you're in other like big things, but this is really a whole other franchise.
Well,
What's that
this
like?
is huge. I mean, to be, it's. I feel like I'm on a roll actually, which feels good because to be able to be in Toy Story franchise, that's great. You checked that off your bucket list. But this is unexpected. I had no idea I was going to have this experience to be part of this huge sci-fi franchise. An absolute honor, just an absolute honor to be entrusted also with a very beloved character. So you get that makes you nervous.
for sure.
But then I also felt at ease a bit because Josh Cooley, who's the director, amazing, absolutely amazing. He's visionary. He's a genius. I really think he's a genius. And then to have Chris and Scarlett and Brian and John and Buscemi, and just I knew and Laurence Fishburne that I'm being surrounded by a really solid cast. And so I thought.
And since you brought up Josh, obviously we had Toy Story, we had the Key and Peele skit there, and then we had Aaron in here. Are you able to improvise these, or like, what's your relationship like with Josh to have these in there?
Yes, we I think there's a kind of a feeling of trust between me and Josh because he went out on a limb and let me and Jordan improvise during Toy Story 4, and quite a bit of that got into the script.
Okay.
And so in this case, I think that he was like, okay, I think we can let her rip again and see what he can
trusts
do.
you.
He trusts me,
Yeah, for
and I definitely trust him that he would. If there's good bits, he'll call them out.
Yeah.
He'll find them and find ways to get them into the movie. And so it was not a complete free-for-all, but we did have the chance to collaborate and make things up and create things on the fly, and that was great.
Awesome. Well, last question here. We're trying to do something really fun, right? So can you do me a favor? Can you look at the camera?
Look at the camera. All right.
Give us your best Autobots rollout.
Okay.
You can hold it if you want.
Right. Autobots, roll out. Is that good? Yeah. Hold on.
You can do it again.
Autobots, roll out. Take your pick. Take it, whichever one you want.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing really well. So I'm already seeing some rave reactions, right? I was at CinemaCon and I got to see some.
Oh, good.
I got to see some of the clips. It's amazing. Like, I'm so excited for it. It's been 38 years since we've had the last one, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like working and building such a stacked cast?
The cast is it's insane. But you know what? They came to every single recording session just so pumped and ready to go and just ready to try new things, because they knew how important this was, and they understood. They have love for the franchise, just like my entire crew did making the movie. So it was so much fun right out of the gate.
And there's so much lore around the franchise, right? Like, what did you do or put in place to make sure that you were able to appeal to new fans and old fans?
I use my parents as a gauge, just because I wanted them to be able to come into this and see it, and not having seen. I'm sure they have seen the other ones, but I just use that in the back of my head. Like, would my parents understand this?
Right.
And I think we found that balance, because we're acknowledging all the lore, but only using what we need to tell the story right now. And I think people will come in and clearly understand what's going on, which is great, because there's so much of it.
No, I've actually have some friends that actually got to see the whole film, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's so great!" I was like, "Don't spoil anything for me." But last but not least, I want to do something really fun. Can you look at the camera and give us your best Autobots rollout?
Right there?
Yes, right here.
Autobots, roll out. How's that?
Thank you so much. I can't wait to see the whole film.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.